Good evening, everyone. I'm back here with part two of sowing seeds on the indoors. Um, I have this tray here, and I see you guys can actually see almost what I wrote on here. Maybe this is just a plastic container. It's another way that you can do this. I'm going to turn this around, and I just put what is going to be in each section. I have the well, I know these are golden beets, rutabagas, and these are the peas, the blue baton peas, right here. I've already filled this up halfway with the same soil I used yesterday, which is the Jiffy's seed starting mix, made with vermiculite and cocoa coir. So I'm going to put this back down so that I can tilt it where you can kind of see. Just took some cardboard right here to divide. I have 1, 2, 3 sections. You see how far I filled it up just to this little line right here. We're gonna go on ahead and put our seeds in. I have them right here. Let's start off with the peas. My peas are doing so well. You know, these peas, you can go outside and just snack on them raw. They're good for you. Look them up. See what the medicinal properties are for peas, green sweet peas. These are the sweet ones. I'm going to show you what they look like. These are coated. They're coated. And I'm just going to just put them like here, here, and there, about maybe 1 or 2 inches away from each other. And it really doesn't matter, because what you do is when it grows up out of here, when I do decide to take them out, you just take them apart. Very nice and gentle. You're not gonna be rough with them. So I'm just kind of putting them in here right now. Then I'm going to just spread them out just a little bit. Doesn't necessarily have to be so, but you don't want to really grow up on each other. And I'm gonna gently push them down. Let's see, you can see me push it down. Now these are bigger than the other seeds I showed you yesterday. So you can go down at least the size of this pea. So you just push it down in there. Not all the way down, just enough to cover. Each one I'm gonna push down, and you can just do this, or you can take some of this soil I have over here and you can just put it on top of it, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. I'm going to go through and just kind of push them in a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too far, but down enough where they get coverage. And I hope everyone's doing fine today. Just wanted to show you another method. You can actually grow in this. One thing I forgot to tell you. I did do some holes in the bottom. You probably can't see it because I waited too late. But there's holes. I put about 12 holes in here randomly, all through up under here. And my best friend in the world when it comes to gardening, especially on the inside, is this little soldering type of, what is this thing called? Like a hot gun, a hot rod. And you plug it in and easily make holes, you know, in plastic. So it's a very good tool to get. You don't have to get this one. This one came in this case. It's more than what I need, like a soldering iron. But you can just get the iron by itself. They're really inexpensive if you just get the iron by itself. And you just plug it in somewhere. And it's easier to do hose. We'll go over that real quickly. But anyway, I'm pushing these in. Don't want to take long doing that. And then you just want to cover it up. Let me see, make sure you guys can still see that. It's covering it up so that it just kind of disappeared. I'm going to still get some of my trusty stuff over here. Trusty stuff, soil. I know better. And just kind of crumble it up a little bit, you know, just crumble it on top of here to make sure that we get good soil coverage. This is still left over from yesterday. And just crumbling and crumbling and crumbling. And that should do it. I may do it one more time because those peas are pretty big. And I'm not getting like a whole lot. Not a whole lot. And crumbling and crumbling and crumbling it up, and then just kind of even the soil out. Yeah, that should do it. So that takes care of that. And now my hands are a mess. So you don't ever want to touch seeds with wet hands. At least a package, because it can mess it up. Actually, your seeds can start germinating if they get moist. So I'm going to kind of dry my hands off and go to the next one, which is going to be the golden beets. Now we did red beets yesterday, Detroit. I got these from Baker Creek, and I've always wanted to grow the golden beets. They look so good. So we're going to grow some today, okay? How about that? So we're going to turn it this way. And see what these look like. They're not big, so we're not going to do a whole lot of, messing around with it. So I'm going to just kind of sprinkle these down randomly. And we can always go back and separate later. So I like beets. So these are supposed to be very sweet. So I'm excited to give them a try. I think that's going to be enough. Put these back in. Fold that over real good. Fold this over real good because you don't want them to turn upside down and fall out. That would be a disaster. Okay, while I'm at it, I'm going to go on ahead and open the rutabagas. These Fairy Morris rutabagas. I'm going to try to level this off a little bit and pour these out now. These are like the collard seeds and other seeds. See how small those are? So we're going to just kind of broadcast them in here. You would never see them. You don't even know where they land because they're the same color as the soil. So I'm just kind of sprinkling them around. And no sense in my trying to show you because you won't see them. So we're going to double this over so we don't lose it. So we're going to just kind of put this right here. You can see those in here. We're going to just kind of pat it down, cover them up a little bit before I actually dig in this soil over here and try to do more covering. So now I'm going to put my nice clean hands in this nice dirty stuff and squeeze it out and just kind of do like I did before. You're just going to crumble it all over back and forth, so it can have soil. You want good soil contact. I wouldn't have to do this if I hadn't put all this water in here. I put all this water in here. That was my fault. I knew better, but it's okay. We make it work. Make it work. So those seeds were not big. They weren't that big, so we don't have to put as much soil in here, And so now for this side over here, the same thing. Squeeze it out. Squeeze it out over here. These seeds are small, so actually we don't have to do a lot of covering. Not a whole lot of covering because they're small. I'm just making sure that there's some good soil contact. This is going to go on a heat mat. Also, like the other ones are on the heat mat from yesterday, we're going to go on a heat mat in my living room by the, this is my living room, family room by the fireplace. So I have 2 heat mats set up in there. And you said, well, what are you going to cover it with? I'm just going to let me get this off of my hands right quick because I don't want to have dirt everywhere. You gotta keep things clean around here now. You can do things and still play in the dirt in the house, but you gotta keep it clean. I am going to take this little top right here. Well, actually not this top. I'm going to take some saran wrap and put some saran wrap across the top of this, because I'm going to keep this sitting inside of this tray. And I'm saying tray, but it's actually the top that came with it. Let me show you. There's the top right here. I'm going to let this be my catch tray. So I'm going to leave it in here. And I'll just put some saran wrap across the top. And that will stay across the top until it actually grows out. Until I see something green, then I take that off. So here we have our rudabakers, golden beets, and peas, our blue baton peas. So there's one more thing we're going to do here. Yay! We've done that. We're going to move some things around. There's something else I want to show you. I'd already boiled some water. And these are some tabs. You can get these also, you know, to label things with. If you want to use those, that kind. There's all kinds of labels you can get. I'm going to move this over, bring it to the side. And move this out the way so it don't look so bad. We talked about this. What are we going to do with this? I'll tell you what we're going to do with this. We're going to take, this is just another way you can do things. You don't always have to have this and what I showed you yesterday. These are the little pellets, peat pellets. You can put them in these trays like this. I'm just going to line, they're just little discs. Line them up and show you how they work. Now, I don't need to do this whole tray because I'm not trying to grow all this kind of stuff right now. Things like your cucumbers and watermelons and tomatoes and squash and zucchini, those things you grow up, you start about maybe the first week in March because they grow fast. At least they grow fast for me. Okra, eggplant, all that stuff I don't have a problem with. So you can, let me put this down here so you can see how it's going to work. I'm just going to put them here. So you don't have to worry about that right now. This is just me showing you another example. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back.